You know, over the years, my fragrance channel has been dedicated to colognes of popular colognes in the fragrance game. And I'm definitely advocate, big supporter of buying colognes because one, it gives me a chance before I make that big purchase on an expensive cologne. I actually get to try before I buy that fragrance to see if I even like that fragrance before I go ahead and spend that big money on it. $100, $200 on these fragrances. By getting a cologne, I could spend half that price, in most cases even a quarter of the price, so I could kind of try before I buy. And the second reason why I tend to like colognes is the reason why I'm making this video today. And because sometimes our favorite cologne gets discontinued in the game, and unfortunately that is what has happened to Armani Code Profumo. It is now discontinued. It's now very hard to find right now. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I did find a clone of this one, and it's by Magic Code, and it's called Prive. So Prive, Magic Code, Armani Code Profumo comparison video. As you can see, they even nailed the bottle of how they have the gold tip cap and the two-tone bottle here. So they did a very good job on presentation here right off the bat. This one really hurts me because Armani Code Profumo was the very first fragrance that I bought and I actually spent a lot of money on. So this is around 2017 for me, and it definitely brings back memories of me going out to my local club establishment and wearing this bad boy every weekend and getting tons of compliments. And it was the very first fragrance I had that kind of gave me a lot of compliments, and it kind of showed me what a good fragrance could do for you. So it's sad for me to see this one go on that level. And it actually was the second review I did on this channel, so go check it out here. So the notes on this one, it's pretty similar. This one has amber, tonka bean, green apple, and people say there's like a root beer feel in it. I never kind of got the root beer feel as much, but this one does smell pretty similar. Instead of tonka, I get more vanilla here, and I get more of a sweeter rum note. And it kind of reminds me of the other Armani Code I have, Armani Code Absolute. So it actually feels more like this one than as opposed to this one with that rum feel. The biggest difference I kind of get is performance though. So going back to Magic Code Prive, the performance of this one is about 3 to 6 hours. It kind of changes all the time for me, and so it's not very consistent in that way. And this one, I do get 8 hours plus. But if I spray it on clothes, I do smell this one like the next day. Projection, that's another big difference. So projection on this one, on the original Armani Code Profumo, is 3 hours plus, I would say. And this one's about 2 hours, but it sits closer to the skin. So if you want to get the projection like you would on this one, you would have to spray just a bit more on this one. And by far the biggest difference is the price. So right now, since this one is discontinued, this one is going anywhere like about $150 plus online right now for this size. This is the 3.7 bottle, and this one's going for like about $150 right now. But when I bought it was only about $70, and it was legit, and I got it for $70. As opposed to this one, $4 I paid for. And if you're looking for Armani Code Profumo and trying to get close to it, I would highly recommend this one because the price is there, projection not there as much, but if you spray, it can come close. Performance, again, I think if you spray more on this one, the performance will be there too as well. So, but for a $4 price tag, you can't really go wrong. And the same type of where you would wear this fragrance, where I would highly recommend, number one, dating. And I actually think this actually is a better date fragrance than this one, only because this one you run the risk of being too strong and overwhelming your date. Since this one does smell a little bit more lighter, it takes more sprays to potentially overwhelm that person. So this one I think is actually smoother for a date and a little bit warmer, more sensual and alluring. So So overall, I give the comparison, I'll give it 8 out of 10 because it's what an inspiration clone should be. Not exactly what the fragrance is, not going note by note by note, but getting in the ballpark and remind you of a fragrance. And that's what this one does. It reminds me of times, specifically in 2017-18 era that I was in my life. And it brings me to all those good party times that I had because I was mostly wearing these in club situations and also dating situations too. So it does bring me back to those cool times back in 2017. So let me know what you guys think about Armani Code Profumo. Are you going to miss this one as much as I am? And I know Armani Code Profumo is not the only one they're discontinuing. They're actually discontinuing this one as well, Armani Code Absolute. And I do think these smell very similar. So once I do run out this one, I will have this and this for myself as backups. But let me know how you feel about Armani discontinuing some of their popular fragrances. Even another one that I was wearing around 2017, Aqua de Jo Profumo is going to be gone. So that's another one that I was wearing that same exact era. So it's really devastating when your favorite fragrance goes, but all you could do is get fragrances like that and get some good inspirations and clones that are just the hits that nail on the head, or you could just shell out the big bucks to get that fragrance. So thanks for watching. Leave some comments below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and remember to stay fresh.